Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Aerocom. I'm here at the Hayden Road ground in Rushden with the Carlton Town joint manager Mark Harvey, following today's 3-1 win for the Millers away at AFC Rushden Diamonds. Mark, first of all, thoughts on today's game?
I thought it was a very good game. Two very good sides. I think, fair play to them. I think they'll take points off teams, especially here. The masters of the dark arts, but let's not take it away from them. They are a good side. They put us to the sword a bit in the first half. We had a chat at half time and set up a plan and came out and took the game to them. And I think, but for some unbelievable goalkeeping, it would have been a lot better scoreline in the end.
The opening kind of 10-15 minutes of the game, it was backs to the wall stuff from Carlton Town's point of view. How important was it in that spell when Rushden were on top not to concede?
It's always important not to concede. I mean, I think we were very slow out the traps today. They obviously are very, very confident at the minute. I think they're on a bit of a run of undefeated and 3 clean sheets in a row. So they've come out and decided, look, Carlton are top of the league, we're going to go at them. And they did, and we were a bit sloppy giving the ball away, but we stood firm. Defensively, we've been sound all season, and when they needed today, they was sound again. So yeah, it's crucial. And then, of course, we go up there and get the goal, don't we? So
and we got a goal midway through the half when we'd had a reasonable amount of possession for like 10 minutes or so, and it's that man Ash again. You brought him in the summer. He's top scorer in the league, and one chance, bang.
I can't speak highly enough of him, to be honest. I mean, it's not just his goals as well. His all-round gameplay is superb. He gets hold of the ball for us. Some of it, he wins his fair amount of headers, and when he gets in front of goal, he finishes. And some say that's what he's paid to do, but he's making a very good job of doing it as well. So
we had another chance at 1-0 up, but then the last 5 minutes or so of the half, Rushden again had us under pressure. Your thoughts on their goal 2 or 3 minutes before half time?
Well, obviously it came from a corner, and the lads hit the shot. I mean, talking as an ex-keeper, and I'm not being critical of Felix, he clearly didn't see it, because if he had seen it, he'd have saved it easily, and it whizzed past him, from really close range, and so he was obviously unsighted. So it's disappointing, but these things happen in football. Lads are throwing the body on the line, trying to get in front of the shot. It goes past them, and Felix is unsighted, and it goes in. And then, of course, they nearly snatched it right just before half time, with the similar thing to what happened to Hilton earlier, where the ball just ended up going across the line and nobody tapped it in, and it come out again. I think a fair result at half time, 1-1. I think they'd had a go at us. We'd been a bit lacklustre, then we got into it, then they'd come back, they got the tails up, and it was crucial that we came out second half and didn't let them get a strong foothold in the game.
Yeah, what was the message at half time? Because it's a tight ground, a lot of people vocal home support because they get a goal just before half time. What was the message to our lads at half time?
I said to them at half time, and I genuinely felt that if we stepped up to what we're capable of, we'd go on and win the game, and I thought we'd been a bit lacklustre. We'd got another gear to go, and to not let them come out and pin us back, to go out and pin them back instead, and that's what we did. And I said, we've got the quality, we just needed to bring it out, and we did. We came out second half, brought that quality out, and we controlled most of the second half, I think, to be fair, and that's not being disrespectful to them. I think like I said earlier, a couple of great saves from the keeper, a couple of missed chances. I think Ash random, hit the post when you couldn't see him not scoring, and the keeper's pulled off 2 absolute worldies as well.
Yeah, I was going to mention their keeper because we heard on the tannoy at the end of the game. Yeah, from their point of view, their number 9 who scored their goals won their man of the match, but we couldn't work out how it wasn't the keeper because he made 2 absolutely superb saves when we think it was a goal.
Yeah, I mean, talking as an ex-keeper myself, I always want to favour the keeper, but I did think their 10 was superb as well. Over the game, I thought their 10 was probably their best player. But I don't pick it, and I'm sure the 9's just he got it. So.
He scored a goal. Lamin got a bit of attention. I'm going to be fairly neutral from the Rushden players. No surprise because he's such a talent. How good was it to see him put us ahead at 2-1 with a fine finish?
the thing is with Lamin, obviously, he's getting known in the league now.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking about him. He's always going to get attention. People are trying to stop him. Their manager was talking about him to us before we went out there. So, but yeah, they was dishing it out a little bit to him. And one thing that he has done is matured. Because a couple of years ago he'd have got himself in trouble. He'd got himself booked, or maybe even sent off. And he's took it. He's got on with his game. He's popped up with 2 goals. He's been peacemaker in a couple of scuffles. And you just think, is this the same Lamin was watching 2 years ago? Scoring goals and then getting himself sent off. So, fair play to him. He's rising above it now.
And I'm going to mention a fantastic bit of defending by their number 6, because Ashley's hit the post in the second half, but then Lamin scored off that. But then he's been sent through again. It's basically an open goal. It's clearly going to be a goal until somehow their number 6 comes from nowhere to effectively volley the ball off the goal line and out for a corner. I mean, it's just magnificent. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually genuinely think that they're a good side, and I can see why they've been on the run they've been on. I've got a lot of respect for them. They play the way they play. They leave a foot in. They try and wind people up, but they've also got some good players, and they work hard. And I think they're just undone today by us being a little bit better. That's all.
And we get to the last minute. We're worried we're going to have to go through 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of added time, and then Lamin takes the pressure off. Gets on the end. Hilt's great run and shot from him, and then Lamin's there to tap it in from a yard.
Yeah, I mean, Lamin gets the credit for the goal, for tapping it in, but I think Hilt's was superb all game, working in both directions. He was causing their fullback problems. He was getting some rough treatment. I thought the officials were very weak, so they weren't helping the cause. Poor old Hiltz, he must have had him around the neck 7, 8 times, and he never got a foul. And but yeah, he didn't get booked. He kept going, and he didn't get the goal, but he got the reward by Lamin getting the tap in at the end.
So, Mark, 21 games today, so we're halfway through the season. We're on 50 points. We're top of the league. What's the message to the players and to the supporters?
Well, literally, we're halfway through the season. We could have as bad half as the second half as we've had a good first half. Nothing's won in December. We've got to keep his feet on the floor. We've got to keep working hard. This football, the moment that you stop working, it bites you back. So we've just got to keep going. And the pressure's on the other teams, not us at the minute. And long may that continue.
Mark, Harvey, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.